Hi guys, today we're going to look at woordorde. Woordorde is how your sentence structure is, or what your sentence structure is in Afrikaans. And I'm sure you all know the infamous STOMPI. Alright, S is your subject, V is your verb, T is your time, your tyd, object, manner, place, and infinitive. Alright, so subject, person doing it, right? Verb is the action that is being done. Time is the time you are doing it. Object is what you are doing. Manner is how you are doing it. Place is where you are doing it. And you have your infinitive. Remember with the verbs, right? There can be two verbs. And we'll look at that in a second. All right. So your first verb will either be your action verb, but it could also be your hulpwerkwoord. Your hulpwerkwoord like het, right? Your auxiliary verb. Now, an auxiliary verb, a hulpwerkwoord, always has to be verb 1, guys. Always, always, always. Your action, if there's two verbs in the sentence, your action verb and your auxiliary verb, that means your auxiliary verb will be verb 1, so it will come after the subject, right? So let's just show you guys. So this will be your hulpwerkwoord. I'll just write hulpwerkwoord, and this will be your action verb. This verb 2, the verb 2 will be your action verb, right? But remember that action verb can also be verb 1. That's the difference. Hulpwerkwoord, only verb 1. Action verb can be verb 1, but it can also be verb 2. Alright, so summary. No, not summary. Let's just go over it one more time. So, STOMPI. Subject, verb 1, time, object, manner, place, verb 2, and infinitive. Right. Remember, infinitive is our om te. Alright. Now we're going to take a look at a sentence to see whether we can do this successfully, right? Whether we can construct a sentence in Afrikaans successfully, guys. And remember, not all of this has to be in a sentence except your subject, your verb has to be there, and also an object. All right. The rest doesn't have to be there. Let's take a look. Before we get to the example, I just want to explain this. This is what you'll probably get in like maybe grade 10, grade 11. So when you want to start your word out of the STOMPI order. So for example, right, I'm going to look at one or two examples. So for example, remember we have STOMPI, right? That's our STOMPI. Now say we want to start with the time. We want to start with tyd, like I show here. Then the verb will always be after the first thing you start, and then the rest will just be the same order but without tyd, like I show here, STOMPI. But very important is that your verb is always after the first word. Alright, and then the rest of your sentence will just be in the order that it should have been without the thing you started first. So, for example, onderwerp, let's see onderwerp. If we start with our onderwerp, sorry guys, this is supposed to be voorwerp. There's a mistake on the PowerPoint. If we start with our voorwerp is our object, then it will be your verb immediately after the object. And because STOMPI is like this, and where's the object? After time. So then that would be the rest of your sentence. STMPI. Alright. But you won't often get this unless you do remember leidende vorm. Then you would start with the object and then the rest of the sentence. Okay, let's do an example. We are going to have to rearrange the sentence in the correct word order. I promise you're going to get this type of question up until matric. In matric, it's only one question, right? But I think in grade 8 and 9, this is where they test whether you can construct an Afrikaans sentence using STOMPI. Right. So we gotta determine our subject, our verbs, our time, our object, our manner, our place, and our infinitive. Right. So die seun. Oh well, let's start from the top. Gister, that is yesterday. So yesterday refers to a time, so that has to be tyd, right? Oor die pale, om te oefen, het, hard, Sy rugbybal geskop die seun. Okay, so we already ticked off time. Right. Oor die pale, so over the poles. What could that be? Over the poles is the place, guys. Om te oefen, om te, that immediately is the infinitive. Het, I told you het is always a verb and always verb 1 because it's an auxiliary verb, a hulpwerkwoord. Hard, hard is hard, so you are describing something, so it has to be manner. Sy rugbybal, is rugby ball, so that is the object, right? Geskop, we know that skop is to kick, so that is the verb 2 now, right? That's the action verb, and then die seun is the subject. All right, so now we're just going to write it. We start with S, so it's die seun, verb 1, het, time, gister, object, sy rugbybal, manner, hard, plek, oor die pale, verb 2, geskop, and lastly, the infinitive, te oefen. And you would get, what would you get? 100% for this word structure question, because you've identified, I think the most important thing is the verbs, right? You need to know what is my verb 1, what is my verb 2. And luckily you know now, guys. I hope everything is going to go smoothly when you have to construct a sentence. And yeah, see ya.